بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم.
When we mention Saidina Khalid bin Walid, countless accounts of chivalry and military genius will come to mind. From his opportunism displayed in the Battle of Uhud, in launching an attack from the rear of the Muslim forces, to his heroism in his missions to liberate the Arabian Peninsula from tyranny, our session today will not suffice in detailing the greatness of this warrior of Islam. As such, we will be focusing on a particular event which Saidina Khalid was involved in, which will provide valuable lessons for us today. It was the month of Jamadil Akhir, in the 8th year of Hijrah, and 3,000 Muslims were embarking on an expedition to a place known as Mu'tah, which was 1,100 kilometers from Medina, to confront 200,000 soldiers from the Byzantium Empire. The Muslims were undertaking a mission to confront the Byzantium Empire for killing one of the Muslim envoys by the name of Harith ibn Umair al-Azdi. It was a gargantuan mission, and the Prophet had relayed a specific instruction on who should assume the leadership of the Muslim forces. These were Saidina Zaid bin Haritha, Saidina Ja'far bin Abu Talib, and Saidina Abdullah bin Rawaha. In the ensuing battle, all three were martyred, and the search was on for a leader to lead the heavily outnumbered Muslim troops. Amongst the Muslims was a master strategist, known to the Arab world, who was more than happy to contribute as a mere foot soldier, despite his renowned stature since his days as a disbeliever in Mecca. This was Saidina Khalid bin Walid, now a Muslim. He never saw himself as qualified to take over despite the unanimous persuasions of the Muslim soldiers, acknowledging his role as a Muslim whose contributions pale to the contributions of more senior companions. He eventually assumed command of the Muslim army given the gravity of the situation at hand. His immediate strategy was to engineer a systematic renewal of the Muslim forces to recuperate and re-strategize. Over the night, he introduced multiple strategies meant to demoralize the already weary Byzantium soldiers, who found themselves struggling to overwhelm the heavily outnumbered Muslim soldiers. These included the following: the sudden prolonged cries of war throughout the night, aimed at creating the impression amongst the Byzantium forces that reinforcements have arrived. This was demoralizing news. 3,000 Muslim soldiers were already a handful. What more with reinforcements? He assigned new positions for the Muslim soldiers and brilliantly shifted the position of the flag bearers. Those occupying the left flank were moved to the right and vice versa. Those on the rear were moved to the front and vice versa. Having fought the Muslims for almost a whole day prior, the Byzantians were familiar with the positions of the Muslims they were directly engaging. This also meant that they were also unfamiliar with the identity of the Muslims occupying other positions. Thus, Saidina Khalid's strategy was designed at reaffirming the worst fears of these Byzantium soldiers. The reinforcements had indeed arrived over the night, since they were facing new faces and new flags. Lastly, at the break of dawn, Saidina Khalid bin Walid ordered a detachment of horsemen to take up a concealed position from the battlefield, and were told to strictly act upon the command and signal of Saidina Khalid himself. Will these strategies work? What will be the lessons that we can derive from Khalid's first time in command to better our conditions today? There is a sequel to this video which will be shared next week as we continue to appreciate the genius of Saidina Khalid bin Walid.